So the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct has happened. It's come and gone. Everything's great. Nothing terrible is happening at all. Pre-orders are totally on time, and it's total. Well, let me let's talk about that for a minute, right? Okay, so right after the Switch 2 Direct, Nintendo uh basically delayed the pre-order for America specifically due to the Trump's announced due to Trump's announced tariffs for basically all kinds of countries, but where it's important for context here is Vietnam, because right here, it says Trump's announced the tariffs just hours after the direct. As part of his tariffs, countries like Vietnam and Cambodia, where Nintendo moved the Switch 2 production to, were hit with rates of 46 and 49%. This led to wide speculation on the price of the system in the US. Based on Nintendo's response, it seems they are concerned about it as well and are set to reevaluate their plans. Now, it's Sunday night. It is Sunday the 6th at the time of this recording. And this article came out on the 4th. So this article is a little bit, a few days behind, a couple days behind. But I wanted to talk about this. So obviously, yeah, like Nintendo saying, whoa, pump the brakes, even though we said April 9th pre order. Now, they did say April 9th pre order was postponed, but the June 5th launch date of the console was still on track. Basically, what they want to do is they want to reassess these tariffs, how it's going to impact things. And obviously, the very first thing that people go to is the price. Like, holy crap, the Switch 2 is going to be a gazillion dollars now. Thanks, Donald Trump. It's not the greatest thing you've ever seen. Well, like, come on. I'm not a great impressionist, so sue me, whatever. Anyway, so now I wanted to bring this up because there's a little bit of a development that look, I don't really care to talk about politics on these channels. This is gaming, but it directly involves gaming, and we really don't have a choice. We can't really, like, freaking avoid it. So here we go. Now, as of earlier, this was either yesterday or today. President Trump posted, just had a very productive call with To Lam, General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, who told me that Vietnam wants to cut their tariffs down to zero if they are able to make an agreement with the US. And President Trump said, I thanked him on behalf of our country and said, I look forward to meeting in the near future. Now, right now, that's all I have on that. But I want to, this is important. Okay. I don't, for all the comment bros, like, look, please post your comments. Tell me what you think. Um, I'm not here to talk about, again, whether people like Trump or not, or what's going on, or it's all his fault or not his fault. That's, look, we're gamers. We're here because of the Nintendo's. We're here because of the Switch 2, the Super Switch, as I call it. So we want to know, is it going to cost us more? Well, look, if this happens, if they make a deal where they're like, all right, we're cool, no tariffs between us, back to business as usual, or freaking whatever it was, that could be a really good thing. Nintendo obviously is going to be looking at this directly. I'm sure there's some probably third party communication between Nintendo, Vietnam's manufacturing for Switch 2, and the US and their retailers and partners and everything else. I'm sure we will probably get an update on this promptly, because even though Nintendo said that the console would still launch on the 5th of June, they're going to have to give this update very quickly, especially where their consumer base is worried about the price, right? 449 is the price of the console in the US before this delay was announced. And obviously nobody wants to pay $500-600 or whatever that would be if the tariffs stay in place as is, and if Nintendo decides to jack up the prices to offset those costs, right? There's a lot of moving parts when it comes to the tariff stuff and how it relates to manufacturing and stuff. It is a fair bet to assume that if the tariff stayed in place, we would almost most certainly probably 90+% chance of getting a price hike. But again, I wanted to share this with you guys because this was the whole point. Uh, the point was to bring countries together with the U.S. to negotiate deals, and what President Trump says is to give the better deal for us because it's been lopsided for so many years. Again, we don't have to go into that, and you can have your comments and opinions. Like, it's all good, but as it pertains to the Switch 2, if Vietnam does in fact come to some kind of a deal, this could be really good for us because the point is we want the Switch 2 to stay at the 449. I mean, hell, if they knock it down to like 399, I wouldn't bitch and complain either. But hey, people in hell want ice water and they ain't getting it, right? So we're gonna pay at least 449 for this damn thing, and then we're gonna pay another 80 or $90 for the game's cut. Killing, just no, 80 $90. Anyway, so there's that. Anyway, yeah, so the pre-orders are on, they're still delayed. I imagine, I'll be look, I'm gonna keep an eye out for this. Comment, like, subscribe, bell notifications, especially. I'm gonna keep you guys up to date on this as soon as I see something, because again, I would like to buy one of these for the 449, not something higher. That would be great. And I know you would too. So let's hope that this is, in fact, good news and a good step in the right direction to keeping things as is. Like, we're gamers, we need our game machines, and it would be nice if they stayed at the price they're supposed to be. Nintendo, if you if you if you want to lower the price of the games, yeah, can we do that? Can we do that, Nintendo? That would be great. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, everybody. I hope you're excited about the Super Switch like I am, especially the Dust Bloods, which doesn't come out to 2026, but it doesn't matter because it's FromSoft. It's Miyazaki. And he said, fine, I'll do it myself. Let me know. I'll keep you guys up to date. Love you. See you in the next one.